Okay, so now we're going to do composites with equations. We have 3 equations. In our first example, we're going to do f of g of 2. That is exactly the same as f of g of 2 written that way. Either way means the same thing. Just like when we had tables or graphs, if we are given a number, we are going to start with that number we're given. We're going to start on the inside. Well, what does that mean? That means that I look up here to the equation that's labeled G, 3x plus 4. 3x plus 4, but in place of the x, I am going to substitute in the number 2. That's what the function notation means, g of 2. It means you substitute the 2 in place of x. 3 times 2 is 6. 6 plus 4 is 10. Now that's function notation. What makes this composite notation is I take that number 10 and I put it in the outside function. So I look up here at the top, and f of x is x squared minus 2x minus 3. And in place of the x, I put a 10. So that would be 100 minus 20 minus 3. So when I'm all done, f of g of 2 that I started with has an answer of 77. It's not too terribly hard, is it? Example number 2. 3 bracket g of f of negative 2. When you are given a number, you start on the inside. You figure out f of negative 2 first. You look all the way up at the top of the page. The function f is x squared minus 2x minus 3. And so in place of the x, you put a negative 2. So this would be negative 2 squared would be positive 4. Negative times a negative would make another positive 4 minus 3. So that's going to be 5 when you add those numbers together. Well, since this is a composite, I take the 5 and I put it in the function called g. Well, back at the top of the page, g is 3x plus 4. So this is 3x plus 4, and in place of the x, I put the number 5. 3 times 5 is 15. 15 plus 4 is 19. Well, what about that 3 out in front? That 3 out in front is multiplied by this composite. So the 3 out in front I just did this part in the bracket and figured out that this part in the bracket is 19, so I have 3 times 19 for my final answer. The 3 out in front is not another composite, it's just 3 multiplied out in front. 3 times 9 is 27, and so that would be 57 for my final answer. Does the order matter? Is this the same? Will you get the same answer? Let's check it out to be sure. And so how do you, we'll do this one first. How you start here. So f of h of 3, we're going to start with h of 3. Now we're still using those same functions we did before. So h is x minus 2. So this would be x minus 2. And in place of the x, we substitute in the 3. 3 minus 2 would be, and then we take the 1 and put it in the function called f. And so that would be x squared minus 2 times x minus 3. 1 minus 2 minus 3. So when this is all finished, it's equal to the negative 4. What about this? So h of f of 3, I'm going to start here using the function called f. In place of the x, that was x squared minus 2x minus 3, so that would be 3 squared minus 2 times 3 minus 3. That would be 9 minus 6 minus 3, which is 0. Does that mean no solution? That does not mean no solution. That means the solution for this part is 0. Some people think when they see 0, it means no solution. But the solution there is 0. The 0 gets substituted into the function called h. So up at the top of the page where we started, h of x equals x minus 2. So this would be 0 minus 2. And so this was equal to minus 2. Does the order matter? Yes, the order does matter. And so you have to be careful with the order and make sure if you're given the number, you start on the inside function first. Did you hear me keep saying over and over, if you're given the number? Does that imply that sometimes you're not going to be given the number right here? And we're going to look at those kind of equations tomorrow after you've had a chance to practice these for a little while. So, are you glad for short notes?